Welcome back to Game Boy Wars 3, everybody. This is where the game starts getting really hard. I've already made several attempts to record this map, but if you do not play it in a very specific way, then you're going to be in trouble. I mean, that's mostly owing to the fact that I'm playing this campaign in a very specific way that the developers probably did not expect anybody to, but no matter. So you can see from the amount of starting gold that we do not have enough money for a submarine in this map, which is why I wanted the money to purchase 2 of them in the previous map, so that I could deploy them for free here. Alright, so to start off with this map, first you need to deploy the sub, and you need to make 4 anti-air tanks appear. Luckily I have 4 anti-air tanks. And I'm going to deploy a battlecopter as well. So this map is where the game starts giving the enemy a lot of free air units, free navy units, and so on. And there's so many units that I'm actually going to start using Emulator Turbo to, like, pass the enemy phases in short amounts of time. These videos are already starting to get up there in length, so it would be nice to, like, at least save a little bit of time. So you can see that there's a lot of enemy Aegis warships. The high number of warships is why I feel that the submarine is basically the only viable navy unit, because like anything else would just get blasted by the warships instantly. And you kind of need those subs because you need something to deal with the aircraft carriers, or else you can't use air units because they have long-range missiles. So I'm going to set up a very specific anti-air tank formation. And the idea of this formation is that it's going to take advantage of a quirk with the AI. The way the AI works is that they tend to... how do I say this? They always attack if possible, but they're not going to attack if they deal 0 damage. Now, it doesn't matter to them really how much counterattack damage they take. So, you're gonna see an attacker B just completely suicide onto an anti-air because, it has to do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't care about how much counterattack damage it's going to take. So I've sent out a fighter B and 2 missiles, and I'm going to build with my own money 2 anti-air tanks because I didn't have any more anti-air tanks prior to coming here. And I probably should have, but that's on me. Right, so this should stop the fighters from getting to the battlecopter. Well, even if it would stop them from getting to the battlecopter, they're still not going to attack it because they prefer whatever does the least amount of counterattack damage. And you can see that the enemy has deployed their own sub, which is going to be a bit annoying because what tends to happen is that these 3 warships are going to crowd around my port and make it very difficult for the submarines to move at all. And that's not good, because if they're sitting ducks, the enemy sub is going to destroy your sub, and you kind of don't want to lose your sub. They costed money, man. 20,000! So yes, you can see that the attacker B decided to suicide onto the anti-air tank. This one is going to get left with 1 health, and this one will be left at 7 health. So yeah, that's one way you can exploit the AI. Now we have to worry about what this last fighter is going to do. It will attack my fighter and take a bunch of counterattack damage. That's nice. Now, the actual reason I made this fighter was so I could later cut off the sub from my units using the zone of control. But that might not even be necessary. We'll see. Alright, first destroy this. You technically don't need to, like, take all of these units down to 0 health, because if a plane reaches 3 health, then it's going to retreat into the aircraft carrier. And if it does that, then you can actually just destroy the aircraft carrier and call it square. Alright, so these missiles, they're going to finish off the units. Oh, that one's going to be left at 3 health. And I actually do need to get rid of it, because I want the, I want the sub to be able to move into the port later. Alright, so the enemy aircraft carrier is now in range. 2 shots from any sub at full health will destroy an aircraft carrier. So, As long as they can't block off the sub from getting to the aircraft carrier, then it'll be alright. Getting to the port, rather, then it'll be fine. Unfortunately, if I move any further away, I cannot shoot at the aircraft carrier, so I have to do this and hope that the enemy does not decide to block off this port. Because my subs are going to need more ammo eventually. So with a fighter, I can start off by... See, can't really do anything down here quite yet. And I want to get away from the aircraft carrier as well, so let's get it far away. Is that far enough away? Yeah, it is. One thing you can do in this game is you can actually simulate the enemy's movements by selecting one of their units and moving it as if it were your own. So, like, I can take the aircraft carrier and move it up here. Aircraft carriers can attack ground units for some reason, but you can see that it does... Well, it does something. Not a lot. But yeah. You can simulate the enemy's attacks, which is something that I wish you could do in Fire Emblem, for sure. And probably Advance Wars too, but definitely in Fire Emblem. Alright, so that battlecopter is going to stop the enemy ground units on the right. Or at least do a little bit of damage to them. I now need my infantry. And I need probably a supply truck. Because supplies are going to be important. And lastly, I will deploy the rockets, because that's going to be useful too. No air units, because the large aircraft carrier is still up. By the way, there are two kinds of aircraft carriers, and the small one does not promote into the big one, which doesn't really make a whole lot of logical sense. I mean, I guess they just didn't want you to have to spend all that time promoting an aircraft carrier. Yeah, the weird thing is the sub is actually the only unit, the only Navy unit in the game to actually promote. And it's not exactly a promotion that you always want, because it actually turns the sub into a direct combat unit. Which has its advantages, but I think people would like the indirect more. Very weird. Alright. Now to take down the large aircraft carrier, and I can definitely move into the port on the next turn to get my ammo back. Perfect. Now we can just send out as many air units as we want. Capture and... capture. These missiles might come in handy as well, because there are some transport copters coming in. Alright, so the battlecopter got a little bit surrounded there, but that's fine. The curious thing is that I don't think missiles can cross rivers, but can artillery? Oh, artillery can't either, but it's got a constructor over here, so it's actually going to build a bridge. Yeah, if you thought that the various skills of the constructor were exclusive to the player, then you would think wrong. You'd thought wrong. I think this is a little bit risky because I'm going out very far and the Fighter B could get surrounded, but I will go ahead and take a chance and destroy whatever's in the transport copter. Or transport plane, rather. Normally there would have been a very annoying mech in that transport plane. It's good that I got rid of it. So, I need to make sure that the Fighter B is able to get back to the airport before it runs out of fuel. But maybe I could just build a runway. I should be able to get in close and do something like that. So next we need... I could probably use the artillery at this point as well. So next we need... I'll go ahead and put out the other battle helicopter. It's completely safe. Those anti-air units on the left probably aren't going to be able to do anything because I've already dealt with all of the units they've been made to take care of. Right, so skip this. Skip all this. Yeah, and you can see now that the Aegis warship has crowded around the sub and stopped it from getting out. So yes, the enemy has, in fact, made the effort to surround the fighter, which is not a good sign. But I think the battlecopter could probably... Yeah, I've really got to get it away from there because the anti-air missile is now in range. Jeez. Yeah, I guess there is such a thing as overextending, huh? Oh, 0 damage? Really? Attack again? I guess they can't do any damage to it. Alright, anti-air time. Capture this, and, do I want to develop anything? I don't really think I'm gonna have much money to do anything cool. Alright, so I can't really get to the fighter, so I have to, I can at least pull back 1 square, and that'll stop the missile from being able to get to me. But it's low on fuel, so I better get out of there. Alright, time to clean out some of the terrain here so that I can build a runway. I'm actually gonna really need that runway, so this is good. Oh yeah, indirects can do a little bit of chip damage to the Aegis warships if you want them to. It's enough to make it so that it doesn't take as long to destroy them, but I don't really bother destroying them for the most part. Alright, time to get our attackers out. I don't exactly remember how much time you have to capture the HQ if you want to go to the map you want to go to next. If you want to speed clear it to go the tougher route, I don't know how much time you have for it. So I'm just gonna hopefully go as quickly as possible. I can't just rush my air units over the HQ. That's not gonna work. Because I don't exactly have enough firepower to deal with it, and the attacker bees especially would run out of fuel by the time they got there. They just burn too much. So I could turn this into a route victory. I don't know if that would happen, though. Right. I've really got to free that fighter now. I don't know if that's going to be possible, though. Maybe I just need to destroy that 1 infantry and I'll be alright. Alright, first let's free that battlecopter with our indirects. Please tell me this is enough damage. Just 1 HP. Alright, can this battlecopter get close enough? And it can! Perfect. That was a bit lucky. Well, that's weird. The constructor over here is not building the bridge like I... Oh my goodness, I think I know what happened. Yes, the tank retreated and is now blocking the constructor from being able to build the bridge. I think. That would be so weird if it was true. And I think it might be true. How very strange. Alright, I actually don't think you need to clear the forest in order to be able to build a runway. Yeah, you can just build it directly. Perfect. A rank engineer. For all the good that does, it's probably worth something. You know, it'd be nice if it maybe, like, if it hit A rank, or S rank, rather, then it would be able to, build anything it wanted with maybe, like, less material cost or something, but I don't know. Maybe if it had a promotion, it would gain that ability. But, you know, leveling up a constructor is just... it doesn't really have any immediate benefit. So who knows? Right, we need to be able to sink that missile. So, it's time for the other fighter bee to come out, and I should have enough money for an additional battlecopter. Just barely, in fact. That's the amount of materials I need. I'm gonna go ahead and build that because... Oh, I need the transport copters on the next turn as well. Yeah. But this is alright. Time for the other supply truck. Oh, I have them both out already. Yeah, I see the other one. The other constructor is what I want. Alright, so that's fine. We're on turn 6. Alright, so now that the tank has moved away, I think the constructor is going to be free to build. Yeah, there it goes. It's nice that the AI is able to do that, because, you know, I think it's one of those abilities that looks only useful to the player. So it's nice that they have the AI actually use it, and to good effect as well. I definitely want to take out that artillery before it can become a problem, but there's also the matter of the anti-air and the missile as well. So this is a tricky puzzle to deal with. Fortunately, I think I have the units to deal with it, so, Oh yeah, you can also... The constructor can also get supplies from a supply truck. I actually had forgotten about that. So can we shoot at the... We just barely can't shoot at the... Oh, I bet I know what we could do. See, the, Oh, geez, if I hadn't moved the battle helicopter there, I probably would have been able to maybe clear one of the forest tiles. Oh, well. Oh, and you know, I didn't even need the runway anyways, because the constructor could also repair this destroyed airport. Pay attention to the map. It's an important life lesson. Oh, what level is the... Alright, it's up to level C. So can we clear a path to the missile? Yeah, it's way in the back, so I don't see that being a thing. So I'm actually going to have all of my units just sit still for the time being. How far can this artillery reach? Pretty far, as a matter of fact. Rocket retreats, supply truck retreats. Both of them have to retreat. But I'll leave everything else where it is, and that should be alright. You know, I'm thinking that I will probably have to start doing one map per video instead of two, because it looks like this is going to be a long playthrough, because the turns are a little bit long with so many units to worry about. Alright. So that's everything. Oh, except for the subs. They can only really attack the warships. Might as well clear those out of the way, too. If this is gonna turn into a, route map, then, Oh, how did the sub take damage? Oh yeah, the submarine shot at it. I got a little confused there. Actually, those sub repairs and torpedoes that I have to restock, they're going to kind of eat away at my income, so I can't really expect to be able to build anything more. Let's skip past all of this because... Well, the artillery managed to shoot at something. I'll have to assess the damage. What did it shoot at? My artillery? Yeah. So... we can at least get to the artillery now. See you later. At 3 HP, it won't do anything threatening. And that means we can get to the missile. Where's the anti-air tank? Oh, it's right there. That might be a problem. But with the enemy units in retreat mode... Oh, I need to restock this battlecopter ASAP. So that's what the runway is for. Oh, nice. I don't think runways repair. They only resupply. Let's inch our way down here. And I will take out this transport copter, I guess. Nice to be able to take out 2 birds with 1 stone. Now it's time for our own transport copters to get out there. Do some damage of their own as well. That also counts as an ambush, by the way, having the unit surrounded on 3 sides like that. Like, I stated that an ambush required 2 units to be on the opposite sides of the enemy, but that actually does work too. Okay, so with the enemy's indirects out of commission, what can we do here? I don't have any more air units, so time to start destroying these warships, I guess. Not that the subs are super helpful anymore. Odds are they've probably maxed out the development of the HQ, so it's going to take 4 turns to seize it. Well, what does the AntiAir Tanks do? Alright, so the Attacker B actually didn't take a stupid amount of damage, so that's fine. I guess we have the T-Copters keep going. I need to get a constructor down to this airport. Oh yeah, I definitely want to help out, have the mechs help out here. So I'll do that. And, running low on fuel, so I'll hold off on moving on to the HQ quite yet. What is this APC trying to do? It's trying to be a hero. We can't have that. Good night. Get rid of that infantry too. It's down to... this copter's down to 5 HP, so I don't know how helpful it's going to be. Alright, let's see how much damage this mech can do to a large tank. Only 2 damage. I about expected that, so I guess I'll finish it off with the... well, it's down into repair mode now, so as long as they get into repair mode, I think I'm good. I'll let this fighter go after this transport copter. One-shotting it. You know... it's actually a good thing to get all these units into repair mode, because that's going to cause the enemy to spend all of their money on repairs instead of new units. Again. So, developing a runway. You can actually develop runways too. I don't know if that actually does anything. Like, it's not going to make them repair more, because they can't repair, if I remember right. Alright, so there's still... I can still use this unit. That's good. I need to get it all the way back to the supply truck. Okay, so now there's just going to be a cleanup phase, I think, because, like, all of these enemies have been rendered useless. Now we just need to run over the HQ in time. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing, like, just 1 map per video from now on, I think. I'm gonna give this mech supplies before it gets onto the transport copter. Alright, get on the transport copter, and we are off to the HQ. Now's the time, I think. I might as well clean these guys up too, though. Jeez, 1 HP, really? Well, I hope I can chip away the last bit of health. Nope. Not happening. 10 out of 131. Oh, the rocket could do it, though. There we go. Gotta love indirects. And you thought you were getting away, but nope. You know what? At this stage, I might as well turn this into a route map. I really don't see me clearing the map by HQ capture in time. I think the supply truck could make it to the plane before it runs out of fuel. So we'll go ahead and do that. And these two are going to need the runway, I think. Yeah, planes in this game tend to be notorious fuel burners because of how far they're able to move. That's part of it. This constructor is rank B, which is nice. Maybe I should get these battle cars in on the action as well. Have I lost any units? No, I haven't. Very easy to tell if you've lost a unit because the little thing that says how many units you have will have decreased. And I'm just deploying these because, I don't know. I guess I just don't like having any units undeployed. So I should be able to finish off that sub before it gets any decent repairing done. But this supply truck is going to be out of fuel very soon, so that unit needs it, and that unit needs it. Alright, we should be able to finish off this tank. And I can clear through this transport copter. You know, I've probably been bouncing back and forth between, oh, I'm gonna route this, oh, I'm gonna HQ capture this, but, you know, I just take whatever opportunity comes out. And I think this is a good opportunity for an HQ capture. Because none of these guys are gonna attack the transport copters. But there's just not that many enemy units left. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of the IFV. I'm going to prevent that unit from crossing the river. And finish this one off. And the sub will begin its voyage towards the enemy port. So will this one, in fact. Okay, I think this truck actually needs a factory soon. So it's time for the second truck to start moving. What is my money like? Oh, nowhere near anything that I can deploy a unit with. I'm starting to think I need a transport plane really soon, because that would help the supply trucks get around. Just skip all of this. Come on, I need to clear that HQ. Not happening quite yet. Oh, the sub actually started moving and is actually attacking. Did it get all the way up to... Did it get all the way up to full health? I don't see how that's possible. Alright, have the sub move back, I guess. I'll have to have an air unit block it for me. But that did eat up a decent chunk of the enemy's money. At least I presume it did. Alright, that Battlecopter is up to rank B, which means it's one step closer to a promotion. And, let's see, where do I go from here? Can you destroy this APC? It would be nice if you could. You can't, but 2 HP is good enough. And this fighter can do something with the infantry. Now, this is actually a good thing, because I'm gonna get a lot of EXP out of this. And hopefully some money? Maybe? Who knows? Maybe I could have started capturing on that turn, actually. Because I could have maybe finished off the infantry, but there were a lot of units that probably could have damaged the infantry, and I don't want that. Oh, that's not good. It could actually... I forgot to block the sub somehow, so... This might be... I might be in danger here. 3 HP will hopefully put it back into repair mode. Because, if it gets lucky with its next attack, then it could destroy one of my subs. And that would be very heartbreaking, because then I would have to start the whole map over again. I can't afford to lose that sub. I really can't. Right, now we can start working on the HQ. Where is my full HP infantry? There it is. Right, so 3 turns left. And unfortunately, I don't have any ammo to attack the APC with a mech, so maybe there's a unit in range that can do some damage. Nope, not quite. Well, the APC couldn't do that much damage, I would think. Just a little bit more to go. And is this Battlecopter... No, it's at A rank, which is alright with me. So just a little bit more cleanup. Let's see what the enemy does. The sub's in retreat mode, which is nice. And it doesn't look like they want to attack the mech, which is very strange. Okay, keep capturing then. I'm just not going to move that attacker after this, because if it burns any more fuel, it's going to crash. And same for this one, too. I need to clean up all of those units before they can do any damage. Can this mech finish off the constructor? Well, leaving it at 1 health is fine. Oh, right. Go ahead and do that. Finish off this sub. Oh, the T-Copter's actually out of ammo, oddly enough. Like, I know that in Advanced Wars, most machine gun weapons just have infinite ammo, but not in this game. I was once told about a bug, actually. Like, this is the most inconsequential bug ever, but when you are when you are restocking on ammo, ammo for the secondary weapon is actually, like, costs as much as the primary weapon. Due to a bug. Okay. Unfortunately, repairing that sub is going to cost me a pretty penny, so I don't see myself being able to build anything else. I could build more anti-air tanks, because I could still use a couple more of them. I've got 6 at the moment. 7, and hopefully I will have enough for an 8th on the next turn. There's probably, like, so few units that I could route. Depends on what gets built. And this APC does not want to attack. Is it in retreat mode? No, it is not. So if it doesn't do anything on the next turn, then I'm definitely doing an HQ capture. And that looks like it's gonna be what happens, because there's no way for them to attack the infantry and stall for another turn, so it looks like I win. That sure did take a while. So yes, I hope these videos aren't too long-winded, because these maps can actually take a long time when you aren't, like, speeding through it with Emulator Turbo. Actually, I've been using Emulator Turbo, and it's still been taking a while. And I did not get an S-ranked battlecopter quite yet, so still waiting on that, unfortunately. Do I have enough money for one more anti-air tank? We'll see if I do. And the enemy just has only 5, 6, 7 units left. So 16 turns is how long I took. We're gonna see if I managed to... Oh, too much money was spent on the repairs. Alright, so let's collect some more EXP and then finish up this map. Oh, out of ammo on the T-copter, unfortunately. Alright, I'll know if I got to the map I wanted to, because it will be on the right side of the map screen. So here we go. I'm actually going to save over a different slot, just to be sure. There's the win, 16 turns. And save to slot 2. Yes, this is the correct map, because it's on the right side of this map screen. That's how I know I'm on the path I want to take. So, that was a very long and tricky map to play, but I got through it in the time required. So next time we will see map 18, which is another Navy battle. Well, it's got Navy in it, but it's got all 3 kinds of units. And this one's a little bit more difficult than the last, so stay tuned for that. See ya, everybody.